Day 13 of the Radio Free Skaro Fluid Links Advent Calendar. Here we go. Richard off of Something Who. That's the podcast. See, people have snuck in podcast plugs into their usernames now for these, and that's fine. Richard 1J1 Smith, which I assume is his postal code. He asks, how are you enjoying All Creatures, Great and Small, now that it's reached Canada? It is fun finding familiar names and faces pop up in front of and behind the camera. What price on that Trials and Tribulations style mashup with Jodie Whittaker's Yorkshire crew? So I see what's going on. So basically mashups with All Creatures Great and Small, a la Benjamin Sisko going to the Enterprise in Trial and Tribulations in Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
I would love to see that, especially if they're shot on SE video.
I think they would have to, right? They'd have to. You couldn't. I mean, well, maybe not on location. They'd have to do it on 16 millimeter.
But if you're asking specifically what, how I'm enjoying it on BritBox, after all the noise I made about it, I've watched the first episode and I haven't gotten any further, which I quite enjoyed. But I just haven't gotten any further with it because I've been busy. Sorry.
God, we're the worst. We're you fans of the worst. Chris, how many CD and Blu-ray box sets do you have unopened and unwatched so far there, Chris? Right? Like, it's a lot, I think.
Right now?
Yeah.
Season 10 Blu-ray set, David Tennant Years Blu-ray set, and Macroterror, which showed up recently.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, we are fickle. We demand things, and then when they arrive, we're like cats. Like, give me that thing that I want. Oh, here it is. I don't want it anymore. I can't work for it anymore. What's the point? The hunt's part of it.
I've not had the interest to go back and watch any of All Creatures Great and Small.
Oh,
it's very much of its time. It's slow, but it's good.
You know what? What's lovely about it is like the big crisis of the week is like, Mr. Tunham's cow is sick and they have to
or they're out of serum or something, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, like they're out of serum, they have to go. It is such, I tell you, the low stakes nature of that show is quite frankly refreshing. Nothing is like dropped down. Oh my God, the whole village is going to be destroyed by the World War II bombers or something. No, it's just cats in the north of England, just going around and fixing cows up and talking to each other, getting drunk. Peter Davison is drunk all the time.
There's a lot of drunk getting, yes.
Yeah.
I saw.
It's just quaint. I like it.
Going through either the season 18 or 19 Blu-ray set, there's a very, very quick clip. I think it was season 18. One of the news reports about Peter Davison becoming the Doctor. Anyway, they showed a very quick clip of Davison as Tristan talking to somebody and then lighting up a cigarette. And I'm like, oh.
All the Cardinal Doctor Who sins.
That's so shocking, isn't it? Isn't it shocking to see Doctor Who?
It's still weird to see people smoke on Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I'm going through, or we are going through The Crown right now. Season 3 just came out a little while ago. And so we hadn't watched any of it. So as we record on episode 8 or something of season 1, that is like a advertisement for smoking, that show.
Well, so was all Adventure in Space and Time as well. Period pieces and stuff. So going back to the original premise of this question, like having Jodie here, I think we alluded to this on a Fluid Link earlier this year or something. But I think this is a natural fit for this. Basically, Jodie Whittaker and the Time team, whoever that is at the time, travels back to Yorkshire in whatever year it was, 1935 or something, I can't remember, and meets, here instead, they travel back to like 1955 or something like that, and everyone's kind of old and stuff, and like,
they're the proper age they are now, yeah.
They're all kind of old, but then, here's the thing, Jodie Whittaker walks in like, oh no, K9, who they have again for some reason, is sick, and so they have to take him to the vet. And so they take him to the vet, and there it is. And then they walk in and stuff, and then in walks Peter Davison, who now runs the veterinary shop, but it's not the Fifth Doctor. It's actually Tristan Farnon. And then then Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, and they go, "Wait a second, you're me?" And then there's a whole bit where like maybe it's not the Doctor, but then eventually it kind of is, and it kind of ties into the next Doctor in a way, except it actually is.
That sounds a lot like Time Crash, when the 10th Doctor is trying to convince the Fifth Doctor who he is, and the Fifth Doctor has no idea.
Yeah, except he isn't though. He is just Tristan Farnham. You know what I mean? So it's not, but you think it is. You think it's him, and then perhaps at the very end or something like that, he sort of nods and winks as the TARDIS goes away. Kind of like Garunwi in Delta and the Bannerman. It's like, oh, maybe it's him. Maybe he is Doctor Who after all, and he's not just Tristan Farnham. Who knows? Who knows?